Hey guys, it's Shay. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about beauty, nursing, and lifestyle. As you can tell in today's title, we're going to be talking about something that is hot on YouTube right now, my top fall fragrances. So what's unique about my video, if you haven't seen me before, is that I am a stickler for the words bougie on a budget. So I believe in looking like a lot of money and smelling like a lot of money without having to spend a lot of money. I was a college student. I'm just finishing up being a college student again, and I really believe in creating the ambience of your own luxury without having to break your bank to do so. Therefore, all the fragrances that I talk about today are going to be under $100. Some might be even cheaper than that, and I want to just go ahead and share that with you guys because I want to make sure that people have options. I'm also planning on doing a Bath & Body Works version of this video, so if you want to tune into that, make sure you click up above, but don't do that until you watch this video first. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so as we jump into these fragrances, I want to tell you a little bit kind of my fragrance house real quick. So I know fall is all about like being around people, enjoying activities, enjoying the ambiance of your like congregation. I like to look good to do that, and I also like to smell good to do that. But I've always been the type of girl who has gravitated towards soft scents, floral scents, fruity scents, sweet scents, and kind of like fresh scents. So when it comes to those like deep sultry scents, I really stay away from them throughout the year. But when it comes to fall, I do dibble and dabble, and I flip the script, and I like those deeps, I like those musk, I like the sultry, and I like the sexiness. It creates warmth wherever you're at. So if I had to coin a signature fragrance for myself, I'm not going to talk about either one of these in this video because they don't fit fall in my opinion, but I wear them all the time. It would be Chanel Chance either Tendre or Burberry Her EDP. I feel like if I were a fragrance, that's who I would be. But like I said, I flip the script in the fall and I do things that are a little bit deeper because I like to, you know, create those sultry scents and just like linger a little bit in the air. So while we're talking about that, one of the first fragrances I am going to talk about, she's a little on the lighter side still, but I feel like she's the perfect medium to what I'm saying, and that is the Alien Goddess Mugler. And if you guys see me pick up sticky notes, I got this idea from Living Ash. It's to help me stay on task with what the top notes are of these fragrances. So she has coconut water, bergamot, jasmine, which really helps me like with the deepness but still the floral, and then she has vanilla, which is bourbon vanilla, and Cashmeran. So I got a lot of these top notes from Fragrantica. I'll put it down here, but I also double checked them to make sure they were what the fragrance said. So I feel like if you want to go for something like lighter, like how I talked about those two other signature fragrances, but you want to kind of, you know, hang on the line, I think the Alien Goddess Mugler would be it. She's feminine. I feel like I first smelled her in Ulta magazine towards Christmas time, and I had to have her. And she really does last for a while too. Like, this will linger. If you want something that's going to keep the scent in the room even after you leave, Alien Goddess is the one to go to. Okay guys, the next one I'm going to talk about has been a TikTok favorite, has been a YouTube favorite. This will not be your first or last time hearing about her, and you guys are going to laugh at me because I have the little mini bottle, but it is the K Ollie Vanilla 28, and I have the mini bottle because it was so hard to get the big bottle of this, guys, because she has been so popular. Is the hype worth it? I think it is, because while this is vanilla, obviously it has vanilla in it, there's also jasmine, orchid, brown sugar, tonka bean, which is my favorite, amber, musk, and patchouli. So I love that this vanilla includes brown sugar because I feel like this is my most compliment getter from men. Men really gravitate towards that vanilla brown sugar. Like, it's deep, it's so light, but it's definitely like sexy to mix those two together, and I feel like, again, it lingers. It keeps the fragrance in the room, and people will literally ask you what you have on. I like to mix her with, if you're looking for something a little bit on the cheaper side, I like Tonka by Soleil Notes, which you can get from Target. These two together are a compliment getter. If you want the room to smell you, mix these both, but both of them like separately are also great fragrances as well. Okay guys, I'm almost trying to go into like an order of my most lighters to my most deep. Not saying that the first ones I mentioned don't last long, but they're a little bit easier on the nose than the ones that we're going to start getting into now. So the next one I'm going to talk about, again, a favorite here. You guys are going to be like, all right, Shay, we heard you talk about this a million times. YSL Libre. She is my girl. I will wear YSL Libre. I think out of all these I mentioned here, she is one I will definitely wear year round. She has lavender, she has bergamot, she has that orange blossom. It's musk, vanilla, and amber base notes, but she smells like money. If you want to smell like money, this one and the next one I'm gonna mention is definitely gonna give you that like expensive girl smell. Like I feel like even the girls who like the expensive perfumes, the $200, $300 perfumes, still like YSL Libre. And one thing I can tell you about her too, if you get the Intense is like the darker bottle. If you get the Intense, bruh, you ain't gonna have to be spraying nothing but a spray. And if you're looking for something that is gonna be on the cheaper side, or you like YSL but you might think like it's not affordable for you, make sure you check out my Bath and Body Works video, because I'm going to talk about a fragrance in the Bath and Body Works family that really resembles YSL Libre pretty well. It's like a close cousin. So while we're talking about close cousins, I'm going to talk about a close cousin to the Baccarat Rouge 540. Again, if you're a girly who wants to be bougie on a budget, I stand by Dossier. This is not sponsored. I know I've worked with them in the past, but the fragrance I'm going to talk about, I actually purchased with my own money. And this is Ambery Saffron. So Ambery Saffron, guys, like I said, is the close cousin to Baccarat Rouge 540. She has similar notes like saffron, jasmine, oakmoss, amber, cedarwood, orange blossom again. This also lingers and lasts long. I feel like this is almost unisex. Like I feel like if I smelled this on a man, I would go crazy. But if I smell it on me, I also go crazy. I love the bottles, obviously, but I do like the scent. She, again, is, like I said, pretty unisex. So if you are the girl who likes the fruit, floral, sweets, like I talked about earlier, this might be stepping out of your comfort zone, but I guarantee you are going to like her. And as I mentioned before in my Bath and Body Works video, there will be a close cousin to this one as well. Y'all, I feel like I would never reach my last fragrance because I feel like I've been I don't know, between trying to keep my hat on and talk to y'all but not talk too much, it's been a while, okay? This video is probably only gonna be like 10 or 12 minutes, but I'm gonna tell you I've been filming this for at least an hour. So the next one I'm going to talk about is a controversial fragrance, and she is a acquired taste. So I encourage anybody who is going to get this fragrance to really test it out, to get a sample, to go to Macy's, to go to Boscov's, get a sample first, see how it mixes with your body chemistry, see how you like it, because it is a very 50-50. I feel like out of all these ones I talked about, most of the ones I already mentioned people like, but this one is a very controversial one, and this is Versace Crystal Noir. So let me just talk about the notes first, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about her and what makes her so controversial. So she has pepper, she has ginger, she has coconut, gardenia, orange blossom, peony, sandalwood, musk, and amber are like the base notes. So I can, first of all, I can tell you this is too much for a top. Like, why this top is like this, I don't know. You probably paying for this top when you pay for this. Me and Versace fragrances have a love-hate relationship because they have, all of them have this deep, like, I don't know if it's the gardenia, but they all have this fragrance at the end that kind of throws me off a little bit. Like, I don't like Bright Crystal. I don't like Bright Crystal Absolute. I don't like the one in the yellow bottle. And Crystal Noir just gets to me, I think, because of some of the depth she has. Like, she is sexy. I definitely, like, I feel like I'm that girl when I wear her, but she can also be very off-putting to some people, I think, because of, maybe it's the gardenia. So like I said, this is one you have to, some people says it smells like dated or it smells a little bit mature. I feel like it's one you really have to test on yourself, and you have to wear for at least 24 to 48 hours before you decide to purchase. I didn't think I was going to get her because like I said, me and the Versace fragrances for some reason don't get along too well. Maybe it's my body chemistry, but I literally did that. I got a sample. I wore it for 2 days. I got some compliments and I also enjoyed it myself, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna get it. But when I do wear her, I only spray like maybe 2 sprays. I don't spray a lot because it can be very overpowering, and because it's like a 50-50 controversial smell, a lot of people won't like it when they smell it, but I personally enjoy it. So this is one you have to kind of see what you think about it. But I feel like out of all the fragrances I mentioned, she's my most deepest. She's probably my most muskiest too. Musky in a good way, but definitely a deep fragrance, definitely one that needs to be tried before buyed. Alright guys, so we have reached the end of this fragrance video. So basically I talked about my top 5 favorites. I let you guys know some of the top notes. I let you guys know of some of the things I mix it with, and basically I let you know what kind of is my style in the fall. Again, all the bottles I mentioned, based on the sizes they're all under $100, so they are affordable. I always encourage people to try testers first before they get the full size, so you can make sure it's actually something you're gonna like and you're gonna enjoy. But I really, just like I said, I enjoy getting that like deep sultry ambience in the fall, especially when you're gonna be out like brunch, winery, concert, birthday party, you know, it's just a vibe. So we have reached the end of the video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are not already subscribed, make sure you hit that red button down below so you can stay updated when I post new videos. Like I told you guys, there is going to be a Bath & Body Works version of this video, so make sure you click up here or on the end screen so you can tune into that one. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tell me about some of your favorite fall fragrances down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Wow.